Let's get one thing straight. China just pulled the trigger. And guess what? They would have never dared to do this if Trump were still in the White House. Trump walked into APEC thinking he'd negotiate soybeans, energy deals, maybe secure better terms like he always does. But China blindsided everyone. They didn't come to talk about soybeans. They unleashed the nuclear option of modern manufacturing, rare earth sanctions. Now, don't mix this up with their old restrictions. No, no, no. This time it's way worse. Last time they only restricted 7 light rare earth elements. This round, they added 5 heavy rare earths, the real strategic stuff, the kind you can't replace with green energy slogans and TikTok dances. What are these new restricted minerals used for? Medical lasers, kidney stone crushers. Hospitals need them. Fiber optic signal boosters. Without them, the entire internet slows to a crawl. Laser machining, portable X-ray scanners. Goodbye high-end manufacturing. LED lighting, GPS systems, yeah, your phone, your planes, your missiles. In other words, they didn't just hit America's supply chain. They hit everything. Healthcare, telecom, aerospace, military, energy. This is not some tariff bluff. This is industrial blackmail. December 1st, mark this date, because China is officially launching their version of long-arm jurisdiction. Yes, the same thing the U.S. used with the dollar to control the world. Now China is doing it with minerals. Let me explain. 2 countries, say India and Japan, do a deal. They trade semiconductor equipment. Has nothing to do with China, right? Wrong. If just 0.1%, 1,000th of that machine contains Chinese rare earth materials, then Beijing claims the authority to approve or block the sale. That's right. China now wants to decide who gets to build factories, who gets to make chips, who gets to innovate, even if the deal has nothing to do with them. Sound familiar? Use U.S. dollars, you follow U.S. rules. Now it's use Chinese minerals, you follow Chinese rules. And this is why Trump immediately went on high alert. Even he admitted China has been planning this for a long time. Now here's where it gets real. China thinks America's going to panic over soybeans? Please. Trump already proved farmers can take a hit, collect subsidies, and still vote red. But that's not China's real target this time. They finally learned, don't mess with American farmers, mess with American corporations. That's where politicians start sweating. Because who funds campaigns? Not farmers, not unions. Wall Street, Silicon Valley, big tech, big defense, big auto. And China just sent them a message. We control the magnets in your servers. We control the lasers in your chip fabs. We control the navigation in your missiles. We control the components in your Tesla, your iPhone, your F-35. So what happens next? Picture this. NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, Apple, Ford, Boeing, Raytheon, all panicking behind the scenes. CEOs dialing Washington. Mr. Trump, fix this, now. Stock markets wobbling, futures dipping, algorithms screaming red. Trump's response would be simple. Drill America, mine America, manufacture America. You cut us off? Fine, we'll build it here. That's called strength. Something Biden couldn't demonstrate even if he was plugged into a power outlet. China thinks they're smart, but they're playing with fire. They think this rare earth chokehold is their big moment. But here's the truth. Rare earths can only be used once. It takes decades to build trust, one embargo to destroy it. Every country watching this is now saying, never again depend on China for critical materials. So yeah, China's move is powerful, but it's also desperate. Because guess what happens if Trump wins again? He'll unleash tariffs, unleash domestic mining, unleash full-scale industrial independence. And then Beijing loses the one card they had left,